All right, so this one we're going to do is we're going to graph using limits, and within these limits we're actually going to have some jumps. All right, so we got a couple limits up here. One says we're approaching 3 from the right, we're going to go to 4. We approach 3 from the left, we're going to go to -2. And then as I approach -1 from the right, I'm going to go to infinity. We also have this point that's included. It's at 3, -2. So main thing that you always want to do, plot your points. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get some numbers out there. We know that we've got this x value -1, y value of 3, an x value, or a y value of -2 as well. And then there's another y value that we need to put up there, which is 4. All right, so I plotted my first point, 3, -2. That has to be on my picture. All right, next couple pieces of information that we're going to have to go ahead and put up there. I need to put that other hole, all right, because as I approach 3 from the right-hand side, I have to be approaching 4. So I'm going to put the hole up there because it's got the same x value as that other point, 3, -2. So there's my hole. And remember, I'm approaching from the right-hand side. So whatever you do to the right-hand side of that function, I just went up. I could care less what you do with that one. All right. Now the other part that I'm going to start to draw in is that asymptote, that vertical asymptote. That's right there at -1. Whenever you have a limit going to infinity, you're going to have an asymptote. All right, so that's what I'm drawing right there. Now you can see that as I approach, I'm going to approach that asymptote from that point that I drew at 3, -2. I'm just going to shoot that straight up to infinity. Once I have that, your picture is completely finished. And if you look at it, as I approach 3 from the right, I'm going to 4. As I approach 3 from the left, I'm going to -2. And as I approach -1 from the right, I'm going to infinity. And I have that point plotted at 3, -2. That's how you can graph functions that have jumps or gaps or breaks.